Hello everyone, now we are going to discuss the significance of protein binding on elimination of drugs. As we all know, the phenomena of complex formation of drug with protein molecules is called as protein binding of drugs. And usually protein binding is of two types, reversible and irreversible. In majority of the cases, reversible protein binding occurs, which involves weak chemical bonds. Now coming to elimination is the major process for removal of drug from the body and termination of its action. It is a major process for removal of drug from the body and termination of its action. It is defined as the irreversible loss of drug from the body. Elimination is defined as the irreversible loss of drug from the body. It is broadly categorized into two types. Both biotransformation and excretion combinedly are called as elimination. It involves two processes, biotransformation and excretion. So biotransformation is nothing but the chemical conversion of drug from one form to another. Not only drug, any foreign body, it undergoes biotransformation once it enters the human body. So biotransformation is the chemical conversion of drug from one form to the another form. That is, the drug is converted to its metabolite and then excreted. And coming to excretion, it is an irreversible transfer of drug and or their metabolites from the internal environment. Internal environment is nothing but the human body. Excretion is the irreversible transfer of drug and or their metabolites from the internal environment. So both excretion, biotransformation and excretion together, they comprise the elimination process of the drug. Now in the current session we will be discussing the effect of protein binding on elimination. How protein binding is going to affect the elimination of drugs. As we all know that protein bound drug is both pharmacokinetically and pharmacodynamically inert. Only a free drug in the plasma will be available for distribution, metabolism and urinary excretion. That is, only free drug is pharmacokinetically active. And one more important point is the free drug concentration in the plasma is the driving force for the drug excretion in the urine. The free drug concentration in the plasma is the driving force for drug excretion in urine. And the glomerular capillaries, they permit the passage of most of the drug molecules but restrict the passage of plasma proteins and protein drug complexes. Therefore, only free drug or unbound drug is filtered through glomerulus. The elimination half-lives of the drug that are excreted mainly by glomerular filtration are generally increased when the percentage of drug bound to plasma proteins is increased. That is, if the drug is highly protein bound and if it is excreted mainly by glomerular filtration, then the elimination half-life of the drug increases as a result of protein binding. The elimination half-life of the drugs which are highly protein bound increases if they are mainly excreted by glomerular filtration. Here we can see the example. Tetracycline and doxycycline are two drugs. Tetracycline is a weakly protein bound drug and it has an elimination half-life of 8.5 hours. Whereas doxycycline is highly protein bound and its elimination half-life is increased to, or it has a more elimination half-life of 15.1 hour. When you compare with tetracycline, doxycycline has higher elimination half-life. So it is clearly evident that the drugs that are excreted mainly by glomerular filtration, the elimination half-lives of such drugs increases as the percentage drug bound to plasma protein increases. In contrast, the protein binding has no effect on the elimination half-life of a drug that is excreted mostly by active secretion. If the drug is excreted by active secretion, then the protein binding has no effect on the elimination half-life of that particular drug, because there is a rapid transport of unbound drug and the rapid dissociation of the protein drug complex. Example is dicloxacillin. It is a penicillin and a highly protein bound drug. Although extensively bound to plasma proteins, it is rapidly excreted by active secretion and has a shorter elimination half-life. Therefore, the drugs that are excreted mainly or mostly by active secretion, for those drugs protein binding has no effect on their elimination half-lives. So coming to hepatic metabolism, a protein bound drug is unable to enter the hepatocytes, resulting in the reduced drug metabolism by liver. Because of its restricted entry, it cannot undergo metabolism. In addition, the protein bound drug is not available for substrate for liver enzymes or other enzymes, thereby further reducing the rate of metabolism. So overall, protein binding results in the reduced metabolism of that particular drug. And in general, drugs that are highly bound to plasma proteins, they have a reduced overall drug clearance. The drugs that are bound highly to plasma proteins, they have a reduced overall drug clearance. So this depicts the overall effect of protein binding on the elimination process of drug. As we have discussed, when it comes to renal excretion, elimination half-lives of protein bound drug that are excreted mainly by glomerular filtration is increased as the protein binding increases. In contrast, the drugs which are excreted by active secretion, in such cases protein binding has no effect on the elimination half-lives of those particular drugs. And coming to hepatic metabolism, the drugs that are protein bound, they have a reduced metabolism and overall drug clearance. So this is the effect of protein binding on elimination. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for further videos on biopharmaceutics.